video. All right, guys, let's look at your practicing. This is example. These are definitions. If you need to write the example, you can go ahead and write the example. I'll just put it with the definition. Otherwise, I don't have room, okay? So how do you say this word? Constant. Constant. All right. Silver, right here, babe. Get your paper right here. Constant. Okay? Keep going. Keep going. Right there with us, okay? Constant. What is a constant? It is a number, okay? A constant is a number, a numeral, right? Okay? A number. For example, 2 is a constant. -2 is a constant. Is 0 a constant? Yes, it's just a number, okay? Huh? Did you have a question?
No.
No, okay. Next word is the word coefficient. Coefficient. And a coefficient, they will say it's a number that multiplies a variable, but I'm going to explain it where it makes more sense to you. It is a number in front of a variable. And that pen is not writing very well. We get a different pen. It is a number in front of a variable. Okay? So it is a number in front of a variable. So for example, if you have 2x squared, that number is a coefficient. We are right there. Okay. Variable. Variable is pretty much your letter. Okay, it is a letter.
You already did this one?
Uh-huh. Variable is a letter. For example, a letter such as X, Y, A, B, C, D, E. You understand what I'm trying to get at? So it's just a letter, okay? That's a variable. Okay? Exponent is a power. Sometimes you hear the word degree, and we say raise to whatever. All right. So if I have a 2 here, what is that 2 called? What do we call it? Exponent. I know. But what do we call a 2? How do we say this? Do we say x raised to 2? You can say that. But what else can we call it? We call it a
Degree.
It is a degree. A square, remember that? Okay, so we say x squared, okay? If it is a 3, what do we call it? A cubed. Cubed. If it's a 3, we call it a cubed. If it's just x, what is the power right there? It is a understood 1. So if there's not a number there, it is what number? A 1. Okay? 1. You guys good so far? All right. If I go too fast, tell me to slow down. Expression. Expression is part of an equation. Okay? And all you ever do with an expression is you simplify. What is the difference between an expression and an equation? What does an equation have that an expression does not?
Wait, what?
What does an equation have? Equal sign. So this one has no equal sign. Remember that? Okay? So an expression has no equal sign. You notice I just kind of stress these words to you? So you should know these words, so later on when I use it, you'll go, oh, I know what she's talking about. I said constant, you go, oh, just numbers. Equation. Equation has what? An equal sign, okay? And that's an equal sign, has an equal sign. So, an equation has an equal sign. And if you have an equal sign, you don't simplify, you normally will solve. You solve for something. Expression, you simplify. In equation, you solve. So those are the two words that you hear a lot of. Okay? Sometimes you hear the word simplify. Go back to this one. Sometimes you hear the word evaluate. Evaluate means to simplify. So add that word, because you see that word a lot. You know what that word means. Evaluate. Simplify, evaluate. Okay? It means the same thing. You probably will have a test over this when we come back from break. Okay? But I'll probably review you guys first to let you remember some of these words, and then we'll have a quiz over it. Okay? All right. Inequality. So we're going to go number 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. Okay? Less than would be something like this. X is less than 4. That's a less than. X is less than 4. That's how you would say it. Okay? Number 2, less than or equal to. So X is less than or equal to 4. Read the numbers, read the letters first. And how do you know it's less than? You see how this side is smaller? See how it's pointing at it is smaller? Closer to the X is small, so you say X is less than. Some teachers use the alligator. I don't understand the alligator, so I don't ever teach that. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand why the little one is eating the big one, so I don't understand it. So he can become bigger, I think that's what they say. I don't know. It never makes sense to me. All right. Why would the little one eat the big one? Wouldn't the big one eat the little one? The alligator.
No, it eats a bigger number. That's more, you eat the one that's more.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how you got it eats the little one eats the big one, because, no.
Well, look. If you do this, this is smaller than 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Why would the little one eat the big one?
it doesn't. The alligator is the middle sign, and it eats the 4 because it's a bigger number.
Okay. See, that's what I don't understand.
Because it doesn't want the small one. And since 4 is more than X, it's going to eat the bigger one to fill it up.
Okay. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay. I just read it. But if that makes sense, I understand what you're saying. It makes a lot of sense. But then yet it doesn't make sense to me. It makes sense to a lot of people, and that makes sense.
That's how I was taught.
Keep it like that, because that makes a lot of sense for you. Okay? I just read it. All right. Greater than, X is greater than 4. So X is bigger. I just read it like this. But as she says, 4 eats the big one, okay, and that makes sense to you, keep it like that, all right? But X is greater than 4, that's how I read it. All right, everyone does it differently, as long as it makes sense to you. X is greater than or equal to 4. Okay, now, I write that, but then I'm going to give you an explanation. That might help you even more, okay? So sometimes you might want to just pick a number. So, for example, number 1. Pick a number for X. What number do you want to pick for X? 2. X is 2. So if X is 2, is 2 smaller than 4?
Yeah.
Yes. So sometimes you can always just pick a number. 0 is a great number. Okay? 1 is a great number. 2 is a great number. Let's look at number 2. X is equal to 2. Is X less than or equal to 4? Is 2 less than or equal to 4? Yes. So it's basically every number less than 4. What if X was 4? is x is 4 less than or equal to 4? Yes. So sometimes it's easier if you just pick a number as well, okay? 0 is a great number, 1's a great number, 2 is a great number. I try to stay away from the negatives unless you have to, okay? All right, any questions about that? Okay, I'm gonna stop right there for that one.